Hello, it is Friday, January 19th, 2024. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Friday crossword today. That means no theme. It's the first of two themeless crosswords for the week. And this first of two themeless editions of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Daily Buzzard, Dre, Casey Brandt, and as always, the indomitable Showmaster. So thank you so much to the four of them. They're benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. That means their generous support sustains this channel, keeps it all going. I'm very grateful to them for that. So thanks to those four. Thanks to everybody who's a patron of the channel at any level. I really do appreciate it. And if you would like to contribute in that same way, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the link under the video to find all of the bonus videos available to patrons. That means I'm also do another edition of the mini puzzle pseudo speed solve, which goes up every week. So I'll get to that today or tomorrow. Look forward to it if you're a patron. And there's also, of course, the official mug for benefactors. Thanks to everybody who supports the channel. And then thanks if you support the channel in another way. You could subscribe on YouTube, comment on the videos, like the videos. Those things are all helpful. I do appreciate them. And finally, there's the Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice friendly chat community that can also, yet again, be found in a description field link. So check it out. And now, having said all that, let's get on to today's crossword by Jacob McDermott, who's constructed, I think, around half a dozen puzzles for the New York Times. It was edited, as always, by Will Shortz. It won't have a theme, and let's start solving. Well, I don't think it'll have a theme. Every once in a while the Fridays do, but usually not. Bladderball players, historically, I have no idea what this is getting at. OMG stop. OMG stop. TMI, too much information maybe? Let's look at the downs. They're proven to be true. Theses or, I don't know. What a star signs. An autograph? So star in this sense meaning a celebrity. So what did I have for this? OMG stuff? No, it's not TMI. Well, or autograph is wrong, but I'm more confident about that than the other. Let's do this. I'm in. Is that? No, it doesn't look really good. Let's do this. I don't know. I'll just keep going. Certain city guide. I don't know if it means generically a tour guide or if it means a particular brand of tour guide book or something. I'm not sure. Leaving a participle dangling in English class, say, and no. Although I think there's sufficient kind of historical precedent in the English language corpus to suggest that this is somewhat of an erroneous rule. But anyway, we don't need to have that argument in the crossword. Words after a long day. Words after a long day. I don't know. World capital since 1971. Interesting. Okay, so either it's a state that was formed in 1971 or the capital of that country moved in that year. I don't know which off the top of my head. Words after a tirade. And something and that's that and that and I don't know. Okay, I don't know these. All right, well. Look at that. Well, look at that. Okay, that sounds good to me. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Or, yeah, probably, I was going to say it could just be okay spelled out, but the intentional repetition of the yeah makes me think it's okay. To saturate, to soak something is to saturate it, to immerse it. Okay. Doha, maybe? Doha Qatar? Let's look and see if we can justify that in the crosses. Words after a tirade. Still does kind of look like and. I don't know. Needing PR help, say. If you're needing PR help, you're in hot water? Yeah. And a Honda model, a Honda, I don't know. There's a Honda, is it a CRT? I guess this could be wrong. Look, look. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to leave both of those, actually. Grand Blanc, town in Nova Scotia that's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Oh, I don't know. Wish I did right off the top of my head. Sorry. Sad, if you're in it's a sorry state of affairs, a sad state of affairs, you could say. Antlered animals. Okay, well, that works with the plural from the S. So, antlered animal, elks or roes or something. Anti's antithesis, pro. So, the antithesis, the opposite of anti, is pro if you're for something rather than against it. Grand peg? I don't know. No idea. Could well be the answer. Fixed a short in. Oh, rewired. Oh. Right, okay, this isn't autograph. Signed something? What are star signs? A signed pic, maybe? As in a signed photograph? No. Sorry, that's ridiculous. We wouldn't have signed in the answer when sign is in the clue. That was absurd. Okay, that's definitely not right. That's a good thing to mention because I think I considered something a couple of weeks ago that would have been impossible for that same reason, and someone pointed it out to me in a comment. But yes, you're not going to use a word that was in the clue, even a different part of speech version of that word. It just doesn't happen in the New York Times crossword, unless I guess I could imagine it being part of a theme somehow, but that's not the case here. Christmas wreath material. Laurel, the laurel wreath. Hagen in the American Theater Hall of Fame. Uta Hagen? I'm probably butchering her name. I'm sorry about that. But certainly an actor. Let's look at the crosses and see. Certain city guide. I don't know. Words after a long day. Displays of villainous delight. Is it mwahaha or something? No. Just saw that UA and it made me think maybe. I don't know. Hog calls. Oh, sorry, this isn't how you spell laurel. It's E-L. Oh, that was embarrassing. Sorry. It's obviously not the answer. Okay. Vibrating part of some instruments. The neck? Symbol on a score. A rest, maybe? Score in this sense, musically, I would think. Certain city guide. Bureau? Is in a sort of tourism bureau or something? I don't think that's right. Honda model, Grand Blanc, bed material. I don't know. Does it mean the mattress or the frame? Flash of inspiration, idea something, or a lightning bolt, or I don't know. Words after a tirade. And our end of rant. There we go. So this is Eli's. Maybe Eli's are what you call someone who went to Yale. So maybe this is a game that is specifically played at Yale. Bladder ball. Is that maybe U.S. football? Is the ball traditionally made out of a bladder of an animal, of a pig or something? I don't know. I do not know. Anyway, well. Oh, looky here. There we go. Yes. And then, Honda Fit. Okay, I think I have heard of that. Oh, maybe it's Honda CR-V that I was thinking of as a kind of small sports utility vehicle. That must have been what I was thinking of. And then looky here, and then flash of inspiration, aha moment. There we go. That's what I've needed a few of to make some progress in this puzzle. Now it feels like I'm on a bit more of a roll. Ready could be I'm set or something. Takes home, yes, nets. If you take home a particular amount of money, for instance, you net it after taxes or whatever other deductions. Subjects of the 2019 Pulitzer winner novel, The Overstory. Trees? Not sure, actually. I haven't read that. Ready. Yeah, it does look like I'm set, doesn't it? Maybe this is trees. Domain of the god Triton, the sea. Yeah, sea god Triton. And then some deco pieces, Ertes. So Erte, the artist, and deco being the sort of art movement, art deco. The movement and style. Top of the line, Mercedes-Benz. Okay, well, I wouldn't have specifically known this, if you just asked me out of the blue, but with the cross, I think it's probably safe to say S-Class, because I know that Mercedes-Benz has different letter class naming schemes for its vehicles. So I bet that's the case. Yipes is ACH, maybe? ACH or K? I'm not sure which I think is more likely. Probably K in English. Kind of diet that might include an egg fast, a keto diet. There we go. That's sort of high protein, low carbohydrate diet. What UPS routes tend to avoid? Not sure. That would be United Parcel Service, I think. So, well, I mean, that's definitely what we're definitely talking about, the shipping company, I'm pretty sure. But the thing I think is that that's what it stands for. I'm not 100% certain. Okay, pronto could be ASAP or stat to mean do something quickly. They're equipped for treatments, spas, a spa treatment. So that would make that stat if so. Cat or cow in yoga, each a pose. And because we're saying cat or cow, not and, we're only referring to one of the two, so a single pose, not plural. God in the Marvel Universe. Ares, maybe, the god of war? I don't know. I wasn't aware there were that many gods in the Marvel Universe. I mean, I know about Thor is there. I don't know. Maybe it might be Ares. I'm just trying to think of a god with 4 letters. It starts with A. Oh, but didn't they had that Egyptian themed show with Oscar Isaac? Could it be Amun? Amun as in Amun Ra? But there's all Amun as well. Not there isn't just Amun Ra. So maybe. I don't know though. I don't know. Breakout group. A sect. So right, breakout of a religion or other organization of some sort. Okay, mom and pop shop is to David as to blank is to Goliath, a chain store, I think. So there's an analogy here. So the mom and pop shop is the David to the chain store is Goliath. Okay, not ready, just a sec or something sec. I bet this is Aries. Certain credibility assessment. Yeah, it will be because this is a test. I wonder what he does in the Marvel Universe or who he fights or whatever. Okay, bed material. Not sure. Cheery greetings. Hi-hos, maybe? The cheery greeting. And I think we had hi-ho in the puzzle, was it yesterday, but spelled differently in the manner that in the manner of the 7 dwarfs. Sorry, I need a bit of water. I'm going to cough. Okay. Galactic scale. Question mark. Interesting. And not ready. Right. Maybe this is not an O. Hi, maybe? Is that? I don't know. I'm going to leave it blank for now. Certain credibility attestment. Oh, skill test, maybe? Launchpad for many comics in brief. Right. I think this is probably SNL Saturday Night Live, where cast members will often go on to have successful solo careers. What makes a drink alcoholic? Ethanol is there we go, the alcohol in question. And then not ready. Oh, hold on a sec. There we go. So this was hi-hos. Here we have bed material is not sure. And a cry that might accompany a forehead slap. Dope. You sort of frustrated at yourself. And then, what is this galactic scale? Not sure. Okay, we'll keep going for now. Open wide, say ah, as a dentist might say, for instance. Liniment, e.g. A liniment, e.g. I mean, I think of a liniment as being, a sort of medication. What would this be? I don't know. Galactic scale. Not be bothered by something. Maybe skill test is wrong. Because this ending in I is a bit strange. This feels strange. But what on earth else would this be? I mean, I'm sure about the other ones. Certain credibility assessment. Oh, the smell test. You give something the smell test to sort of knee-jerk reaction. Okay. Oh, a balm. A liniment is a balm. There we go. That fits perfectly. Okay. Like a salve, something you would apply. And then galactic scale. Libra? Is Libra the scales in the zodiac signs? I bet it is. And that would make this an appropriate and punny clue. Okay, to not be bothered by something would be to take in stride. Oops. Although this doesn't look very likely as a word now. Got hitched is Question mark. So, I mean, obviously, idiomatically, that means got married in English, but yeah, I'm not sure. Fried side dish. Fried side dish. And time to drop the ball in brief. New Year's Eve, and when the Times Square ball drops. What a star signs. Oh, a movie deal, maybe. Or some other kind of deal. Movie deal feels like the most obvious one to me. Let's just put it in and see if it helps. Grand blank, yeah, I still don't know the town in Nova Scotia. Unfortunately, hog calls, displays of, evil something, displays of villainous delight, evil something. I bet that's right. Words after a long day, and then finally here, OMG, stop. Maybe it is TMI. Too much information. Let's do this. I'm in. That was right as well. I had that really early on as a guess. They're proven to be true. Theorems. There we go. Okay, I was on the right track with what I said, but the thing I said was wrong. What was it? A theses. Yeah, that was not good. But I was sort of in the right subject matter. I just didn't have the right word. So here we have Grand Prix or Grand Pré, town in Nova Scotia. That's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I'll have to look it up. I don't know it. Hog calls are oinks. There we go. The sound a pig makes. Delays of villainous in delight are evil. Something. Words after a long day. Home at last. Maybe this isn't rest. Symbol on a score. Yeah, maybe it's... I was going to say note, but that doesn't work either. Home at last. So... symbol on a score. Oh, flat, as in sharp and flat notes. There we go. That's what it'll be. And then certain city guide is something else. Christmas wreath material is balsam. Oh, this will be mulch. This isn't dough, but duh. Similar idea. And yes, the reason this is mulch is because it's bed as in a bed of flowers. It's a bed in a gardening or farming sense. So there we go. So balsam, okay, I think that must be right. And then evil laughs. Oh, this isn't flat. Wow, okay, I keep getting this wrong, but there we go. So symbol on a score is a clef, doesn't fit either, but I'm thinking of everything except what this actually is. Good speller. Mage, so speller, someone who would cast a spell, who's good at it, or it could be a mage, a magician, a wizard. And a certain city guide, a something map, maybe? New York Stadium eponym. Well, this is an A because I do know that there's Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York named for the tennis great. And then psychotherapist's concern in brief. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. There you go. That might be the subject of psychotherapy. And then vibrating part. Of course. This should have been my very first thought. So in wind instruments that use a reed, the reed vibrates, and then that it creates the sound. Symbol on a score. Oh, a slur. Okay, yet another four-letter music notation symbol. That's a sort of curved arc that indicates to slur the notes together. Okay, so bus map is a city guide. Fair enough. Didn't think of it. Oh, let it ride is not be bothered by something. There we go. I was thinking of take in stride. The TR is still there, but different context. Fried side dish. Oh, tater tots. There we go. I worked on a small team. We made a game called Firewatch, and our office was above a woodworking shop and a dive bar. And the dive bar, the only food they served, as I recall, or at least one of the only food dishes they served was tater tots. So I ate more tater tots during those 2 years than I probably have in the rest of my life combined. Okay, got hitched is, I don't know. Word with heat or devil is heat ray, devil ray. There we go. So devil ray, sea creature, heat ray, the kind of science fiction weapon, I suppose. I mean, I guess there are heat rays, but more associated, I think, with science fiction. Follow blank fair sun, Thomas Campion poem. Okay, well, we've already filled it out. So follow thy fair sun. Here we have got hitched, hit a snag or something. So I think we to clarify, because of the question mark here, I think that is suggesting we shouldn't read this in the English idiomatic manner. We should not read this as meaning got married, but rather something else. And a hitch could be a snag. It could be a bit of trouble you've encountered. So maybe got hitched is hit a snag, maybe? And then what UPS routes tend to avoid? Oh, lefts. Right, yeah, that makes sense. I suppose in planning the routes, they must try to turn left less frequently because there's a longer wait, because you have to cross oncoming traffic. Okay, like cheddar but not brie. I don't know. I mean, cheddar is a harder cheese than brie. It's yellow rather than white, although there is white cheddar as well. I don't know. Okay, umami enhancer, MSG, monosodium glutamate, which I think has at this point scientifically been demonstrated to not have nearly all of the really terrible things that I remember it being associated with in the 1980s and 1990s. Although obviously individual people can have intolerances, as they could with lots of things. So like cheddar but not brie. I still don't know. Break in. Something ION is what I want that to be. Oh, firm. Okay, cheddar, right, okay, that's another quality. I did say hard rather than soft. What I didn't say was firm, which would have been a similar observation. Okay, ish, kinda, sorta, there we go. Brews are beers, I guess, or ales, or what? Brews. Steeps, as in tea. There we go, it's a verb. No, I was thinking of it as a noun for some reason, but because it could be, but in this case it's a more commonly, and in this case it's a verb. Judgmental sounds, right, tisk, tisk, tisk. That sound you make, I guess, is kind of what that's representing, to chide somebody. And then if you're on the job, you're at it, maybe. I think this was in the crossword the other day as well. A prop for Willy Wonka might be his cane. I've not seen the new Wonka film, but I was just the other day watching the unbelievable scene where Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka in the film Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or Willy Wonka, whichever it was called, hobbles out of the building with his cane and appears to fall over before miraculously launching into a somersault. It's really an amazing scene. And Gene Wilder, that was his condition. One of his conditions for being in the movie was he wanted to introduce the character that way. I think that's an amazing thing for an actor to have conceived of, because it was so perfect for that character. He said, the director said, "Why would you want to do that?" And he said, "Because from that point on, nobody will know whether I'm lying or telling the truth." And that is an incredible instinct as an actor, because that performance had such a strange, sinister, I don't know, almost unsettled quality to it. Anyway, sorry, I'm just getting distracted. Rev counter attack, tachyometer on a tachometer. Tachyometer or tachometer? I can't remember. But anyway, it's an instrument in the dashboard of a car, and at least in an internal combustion engine, it will show you how many revolutions, how quickly the engine is revolving, or the pistons. Mr. Blank, Mr. Hyde, as in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the story by Robert Louis Stevenson. And then finally, we have a break-in, a staycation. That's a clever clue. So you're taking a break from work, but you're taking it in at home rather than going out. So staycation. And then here we have a limit is a cap on something, straightforwardly enough. And here we go. All right, a few digressions today, but there was no theme to provide its own digressions, so I suppose I filled that gap. And there we have it. That was the Friday crossword. I would say not as punny as a Friday can sometimes be, but we had a few phrases which can be tricky or not. I mean, you can jump straight to them, or you can really just get absolutely nowhere until you've got the crosses. I find anyway, with phrases like home at last, aha moment, let it ride, staycation, kind of, sort of. Staycation, I guess, is a compound word rather than a phrase, but or portmanteau. But there we go. Let me know how you fared with this puzzle. I'm always curious. Oh, and then actually, you know what? We had even more. End of rant. Looky here. In hot water. Yeah, quite a few phrases today, actually. Hold on a sec. Yeah, interesting. I hadn't fully appreciated that as I was solving it. But yeah, they're all over the place in this grid. And like I say, those can be tricky because there are often similar ways to phrase exactly the same sentiment. So it can be tough to know what to put in the grid until you've gotten some crosses. So let me know how you fared with this puzzle. I am curious. And you know what I'm going to do now is move straight on to the clues from yesterday's puzzle, because I did set some of those aside today. So let's take a look at them. First off, I suppose really first off, there's quite a lot of discussion about the theme and how people fared with it and what they found confusing or not. So you can check that out if you're interested in that broader discussion, as well as in the Daily Solve Discord chat server. But one comment that I thought was interesting from Stephen Giblin, who pointed out The 54 across answer, 180s. Stephen says, I think this is a revealer in that the change from IE to EI requires the letters to turn 180 degrees. It's entirely plausible. That may well be the case. I think it's technically a... this is such a pedantic comment, but I think it's technically a mirror rather than a rotation, because if you rotated it, the E would be backwards. But I take your point, and that may well have been a tip of the hat by the constructor there. Tom C. Says, for what it's worth, PSAT is indeed, the P is indeed for preliminary, not practice. So I thought maybe it was, but I wasn't sure. And Tom C. goes on to say, it wouldn't be a practice test because it's also recorded. Fair enough. Okay, Teresa Gonzalez had a question about the Indies as one of the down clues where Columbus thought he reached. And she says, I thought Columbus thought he reached India. According to what I know, he set out to find India as he thought the world was round and ended up in the Caribbean islands, thus the name the West Indies. Never heard of the islands referred to as the Indies. And so I thought I'd read this because there was a follow-up from Stephen Giblin again, who says, according to Wikipedia, historically, the term the Indies was used in the Age of Discovery to refer to the coasts of the landmasses comprising the Indian subcontinent and the Indo-Chinese peninsula, along with the Malay archipelago. Thus, the Indies does fit the clue. So there we go. And I just thought that was a useful historical note to help explain one of the answers yesterday. And there we go. That was all I think I had in terms of context and corrections. So that means that's that for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow with the Saturday crossword, our second of 2 themeless for the week. So do join me then. But until that point, please do have an excellent remainder of your Friday. Take care.